Good morning. For Wall Street Media, this is Alina. I'm here with Doug, and we'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can find anywhere else.
Hey, we've got oodles of good stuff, right?
Good morning.
Tyler's out there working. Good morning. Thanks for coming in and helping.
Thank you.
I was pretty sure that you're such a star now after the Ricky video yesterday.
I know.
There'd be a long list of demands that you needed, like green M&Ms.
How many hits did we have?
Many thousand, yeah. We had the most ever on Wall Street Media yesterday, and they had your beautiful image plastered all over MSN Money.
It was a good day.
I fully expect to start seeing like the little dog, and the dog needs its own room, and only green M&Ms, and the whole list of demands. Which I want you to know, German Mike is the person to see for them. Okay. That's his department. What do we have for William Blair? Tyler's been out there working.
Yeah.
He was actually crying last night about how hard he worked. So let's hope we have some good stuff here.
We'll see. Carl Byers, SVP, CFO of Athena Health, ATHN, discusses the new business model by comparing it with the standard model.
Let's take a
We
look.
have a video.
What we call it is an internet-based business service. And what we like to point out is this is a vastly different business model than the software market that we were talking about. We call the software market that's in place today do-it-yourself with software, because essentially the current mode of operation in a medical practice is you go buy client-server software, you install it in your small medical practice, and then your staff people have to work as hard as they can to get you paid, to get the lab requisitions out, to get the lab results in, to get the prescriptions to the pharmacy. And the tools that are being sold, or the revenue model in place today, is a licensed revenue model, where you're paying a very large ticket on the front end for the right to use the software. Whether or not it gets you the business result you want is a function of your own people's ability to use the wizards and tools and reports and whatnot effectively. Contrast that with Athena's business model, where instead of charging any upfront license fee, we get paid when our clients get paid as a percentage of their collections, paid for the end result. And instead of the success factor being your own people's ability to use features and functionality, this business model, the key success factor is the collective experience of everybody on our network. Because if you do something wrong, it's our job to point out what the mistake is and to help you fix it, so that you can get paid and so that we can get paid. None of this makes any difference if you don't get better results for your clients, and we're proud to say that it works. Our clients enjoy better cash flow and higher satisfaction than what they had before they joined Athena. Our clients are getting paid faster, on average about 30% lower days in accounts receivable than the benchmark from where they started. And they're getting paid more, on average about 10% more total recurring cash than where they started. Some of that is a function of better billing, and some of it is a function of helping them be more productive by the tools we built into our software, but also freeing them up from having to run their own back office.
Hey, hello there. Writing to my friend Perry in London, on the verge of a big decision. He needs my counsel, Mike. He needs my counsel. Do you think so?
Yes.
I think
I
so. He's
agree.
hanging on my every word. Like we know they are. They're waiting to hear what you had to say. We like this guy, right? A new business. They just came public. Looks like last September. And super good, innovative business model where they get paid when the customer gets paid. Gee, we would like a little bit of that.
Right.
Maybe we could spread these guys around and get this philosophy adopted more generally. I'll bet that's going to be more and more popular. Especially in tougher economic climate, right? You like to see those people working on some kind of a performance model, right? Rather than I can come in and help you. I get paid when you get paid, and you're going to collect more. I think he said they collect 10% more working with them, right? So good track record and a good performance-based model are very appealing. I like to see innovation. That's my favorite thing. What else do we have?
We have James Willem, President and CEO of Standard Parking Corporation, STAN, S-T-A-N, discusses the company's operating arrangements.
The operating arrangements for us that apply to our business model are really three. One, management contracts, which are basically cost-plus contracts that we negotiate with clients, and our clients can be hotels, office buildings, stadiums, residential condominium buildings, shopping centers, airports, where, for instance, we're the largest provider of airport parking in the world, hotels, retail centers. If you pay for parking in North America, we can handle that sort of a vertical market and do that quite well. The basic premise of the management contract is cost plus. We'll collect all of the revenues from the parking facility, pay all of the expenses associated with the parking facility out of that cash flow, and then distribute net operating income to the client 20 days after the end of the calendar month. So we operate in a negative working capital sphere. Mark and I are always operating with other people's money, so we don't require our own to fund the daily activities of the business. And we can explain how we use our own free cash flow and what we do deploy our capital for in terms of ultimate growth on our returns, which are quite hefty. 90% of our contracts are either fixed fee management or reverse management contracts. The remaining 10% of our contracts are leases, and we do no triple net leasing. Again, we don't want the risk of ownership. Our business model is built on being averse to risk and as diverse as it can possibly be. And that means the types of contracts that we enter, while they don't enable us a lot of potential for risk, what I will trade in exchange for risk is the upside to the client in the form of revenue percentage participation in a threshold above where we might take the facility when we get the assignment. Leases bear a little more risk than management contracts in that we pledge rent. However, as I said, we don't take on triple net responsibility, so I'm not responsible for real estate taxes, special assessment taxes, special assessments for any reason that a government might deploy, or increased parking taxes in a municipality. I'm not responsible for the bricks and mortar of the building. I care, but I'm not exposed if the front of the building falls off, or the sign falls off, or the elevator breaks. Those are all remain in a non-triple net setting where we like to be most comfortable and only take on those expenses that we know we can control, labor, supplies, and those things for which we have big shoulders and can pay much less for everything from parking tickets to paint to cleaning supplies to insurance and all of those costs that might be associated with a parking facility. So in exchange for that, we will pay a low base rent and offer our client a higher percentage threshold participation of growth in revenues than you might automatically see. And that enables us to keep, leases in an area, again, where we control. And we own, as I said, no parking facilities.
Hey, nice steady business. Nice work, Tyler. Good presentation. Company worth looking into. $370 million market cap, German Mike.
Yeah.
And I like their model. They don't get stuck with the triple net leases, right? So they don't have that risk, and they don't have like the lawsuit risk if sign fell down, or the different things that he says in the video.
Prices.
Yeah, right. Mortgage crisis stuff. Super fantastic. How cool are you? Huh? You're bringing good stuff, aren't you? What else do we have?
We have Carl Hull, President and CEO of GenProbe GPRO, discuss their nucleic acid test and outline a proposed acquisition of InnoGenetics. David Persing, EVP of Kepide, CPHD, discussed the company's Gen Expert Systems product. Dan Amos, Chairman and CEO of Aflac, AFL, spoke about new products.
You know Aflac.
And yeah,
with the
they're
duck,
all over
right?
the place.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Little ducky little ducky in the commercials. What's the point of a duck?
I don't know. He's a madman. He's a comedian. He was always on Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's really crazy.
dirty.
He's dirty.
He's dirty.
And I think he's crazy. I think he's like really crazy. Like I don't think he's like acting like, oh, I'm a wild and crazy guy. I think they just bring him in, he sits down, and he's himself. I watched a little bit of him in a stand-up from HBO, and I'm of the firm opinion he's not that good an actor. I think he's nuts. But if you look at the chart from that duck,
They do
oh
good.
my God, because everybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
Quick, name another medical benefits.
Are they affordable?
They must be. Their business is booming, and I think that he just got them on everybody's radar screen. Being nuts,
The duck is going up, he says.
Yeah,
The
I
duck
really
is
do.
doing
I mean,
good.
that's like a priceless duck, right? Well, I'm sorry, what he said.
Well, he spoke about new products and new accounts in the Japanese market, saying they are in the most preferred insurer in Japan, with a goal of 3-7% sales increase in 2008 in Japan.
I don't know if Gilbert Gottfried can quack in Japanese. Do you think he can? Look at this
I thought he
doggone
was
chart.
squawking in Japanese.
He might be, right? In 2000, they were $20 a share. Now they're at 66 today. That's a valuable duck, man. I don't know though. Gilbert's gonna have to learn Japanese. I don't know if Gilbert's up to that either. That might wear him out. He's like a crazy guy, but he's very funny. Sure, but Mike, I can appreciate that he's crazy but funny. We put up with you.
Okay.
You're crazy but talented. Speaking of which, okay, I'll stop right here. Anyhow, what do we have for Qualcomm?
Len Lauer, EVP of Qualcomm QCOM, talked about 3G technology, saying they expect to see multi-node products for the technology for many years to come, as the director of the company bought 7,200 shares yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, he believes in
He does believe in them. Nice one. Good call. We love to see that, right? And you know what's most impressive, Alina, is that it looks like in April they were down, a little under $40 a share, and they've had a pretty big climb here, and a little recent pullback. They're at 49 now, and so after that climb, they've still got a director buying 7,200 shares, right?
Yeah.
That's confidence. It's not like,
That's
it was a
confidence.
fluke or one-time thing. Yeah, nice work. Good work, Tyler. Thanks very much for the videos. We hope you guys enjoyed them. And thank you for coming in
Thank
and
you,
helping
Doug.
again.
We're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at WSMCO.com. Thank you.